Welcome back to Serenity, my tea tube channel. It turns out it's quite name appropriate today because I'm out in nature in a very serene location. How often do you get running water that's quiet enough to film by? It's so beautiful back here. I'm in the back of our property and we had a bunch of rain the last few days, so all the water levels rose. I had planned on going back to a swamp location and filming a Halloween one, but that will have to wait until the water levels go back down, because I can't cross. This is like over my waist. So I had to improvise today and pick a different tea in a different location. And I decided to go with Blackberry Jasmine Blast. I've had my eye on this tea for the last couple of years since it was released. This tea came out a couple years ago. I think it was a couple summers ago now. And I actually purchased Lavender Swirl and Grapefruit Rose Starburst in Calgary when I was visiting my friends there. But for some reason I skipped this one, and I'm still not sure why, because I really enjoy Blackberry Blizzard, so I assume I'm going to like this one as well. Although I'm kind of glad I waited because I just love the design of this tin. The design team on this tin set just did a fantastic job. I may have initially purchased it specifically for the beauty of this tin. That's not always the wisest thing to do when choosing tea. But every now and then it gets you to try something you may not have tried otherwise, and it can open up your eyes to a new favorite. I'll just show you up close here. They just did a really nice color palette and very beautiful imagery. It's so fun getting tea in tins because you get to add a little bit of pop of color into your collection. They have some really beautiful new ones out. I'm gonna have to maybe get some on my next haul, which I'm gonna do sometime in October. So this is Back in Blackberry, exploding with ripe blackberries and jasmine scented green tea. This juicy blend will blow you away with fruity and floral flavors. Ooh. This one smells really nice. It kind of reminds me of like homemade blackberry jam with some sort of red berry added to it, like maybe raspberries or red currants. I don't smell the jasmine very forward, but there's an element to this tea that is floral, so the jasmine must be like a subtle back end. It smells really, really good. That's one thing with David's Tea. They really know how to get you on the smell. It gets you to buy things that you would have never tried otherwise. I'm hoping that eventually they do a build your own sample pack, which would give like maybe 20 grams of tea, enough to make a latte if you wanted. That would be ideal for me. I used to live like a 3-minute drive from a David's Tea, so I would just stop in when a new collection was released and just smell the new teas. And sometimes I would get like a 15 to 20 gram sampler pack just to go home and try it, or I would actually have them make me a tea there, which is how I fell in love with Lavender Swirl initially. They made me a tea latte and it just like blew my mind. It ended up getting me to buy the Breville milk frother from them and the tea steeper they sell. I had to make them myself too, which I'm so glad I did now that I no longer have a spot to easily drive to and get my lattes from. That is a pretty looking tea. Ooh, I see a whole dried blackberry there. I think I'm gonna have to pour this out and show you up close because there's so many elements to this tea that I don't want you to miss out on them here. This tea has apple, green tea scented with jasmine flowers, hibiscus, rose hip shells, natural red fruit jelly flavoring. Oh, that's so cool. I thought it smelled kind of like jam. Blackberries, natural red fruit and blackberry flavoring with stevia extract. On their website they say, if you're looking for a tea that's as fresh and sophisticated as your OOTD, you've come to the right place. Exploding with ripe blackberries and jasmine scented green tea, this juicy blend will blow you away with fruity and floral flavors. Bonus, jasmine's aromatic superpowers are said to help calm the mind and boost creativity. Looks like the blackberry is the new black. What makes it great? It's bursting with fragrant, fruity flavors that'll make your mouth water, which I can attest to. I just smelled it and it smells incredible. Need to relax? Jasmine tea is said to help relieve stress and calm the mind. I looked up some of the health benefits to jasmine, and they have quite a few, ranging from the antioxidants in them, which help clear your cells of free radicals, as well as the ability to help reduce anxiety and stress. Some people apparently use it as a sleepy time tea. I haven't tried that yet, but it sounds kind of like a nice idea. I brought down my favorite tumbler. I've got the brushed rose colored one. I just thought this one was so beautiful. I'm really glad I got it. So I obviously don't have power down here, so I preheated my water, and it's been standing for about 15 minutes because I did it to a rolling boil knowing that I would come outside. Hopefully it's the correct temperature for green tea. Gotta be innovative if you want to shoot on location. I'm gonna get this tea steeping for you. This will be my first, oh, I just heard a fish jump. This will be my first try of this tea. Let's come up close. You can see there's a lot of really nice elements to it. I'm gonna use 1.5 perfect spoons for this cup of tea. I usually use 1 perfect spoon, but I wanna make sure that it doesn't end up too weak, because every once in a while 1 perfect spoon doesn't quite cut it. I wanna make sure for my very first impression that I get a really complete view of this tea. So I'm gonna get up close and we can watch this thing steep. So I finished steeping my tea. So they recommend a 3 to 4 minute steep with 185 Fahrenheit water. I ended up steeping a little bit on the heavy side at 4.5 minutes. Time got away from me as usual. But I figured this tea is very fruit forward, so I thought I wouldn't be in too much risk of damaging my green tea leaves. It steeped up a really pretty soft pink. It's very, very beautiful tea. Bring it to you up close here. Just looks really nice. It helps when the tea is pretty for some reason. Definitely has a very strong aroma of blackberries. And I do smell the jasmine now that it's steeped. It also has a bit of a red berry smell to it as well. It does smell similar to how it was when it was dry, just a lighter version. The other one smelled so good I wouldn't mind having it as a potpourri in my house. I haven't tried this tea before, so it's brand new to me. I brought honey down with me, but I don't think I'm going to need honey. The flavor is so delicate and light. I wouldn't say that it tastes like a fresh blackberry, but it tastes like if you were to have a blackberry in a muffin, if that makes sense. You know, I was a little bit concerned about the jasmine being overpowering, but it pairs beautifully with the blackberry. The blackberry comes forward delicately, and the jasmine enhances it. I really like this. I'm so glad I got a whole tin. I can see this being a delicious iced tea and a delicious tea cocktail. This tea is perfect for a peaceful morning like today. I'm kind of glad my plans got thwarted and I got to come out here and sit in the silence and just sip my tea near a flooded creek. I can see what they mean when they talk about the calming effects of jasmine. Just the smell kind of relaxes you and makes you enjoy the peacefulness of nature just a little bit more. This is the perfect tea for this. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, really? See what I'm talking about? Just amazing out here. Let me know what you think about the on-location shoots. I'm really enjoying them. They come with their own set of challenges, but there's just something so fun about drinking tea in an appropriate outdoor location. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and click the little bell if you want to be alerted for when I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching.